Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. After President Biden's announcement on Sunday that he would be ending his re-election campaign, he backed Kamala Harris as his successor. If she were to run for president, she would have to pick a vice president that is complementary to her campaign. Picking a person from a swing state can give her an advantage. Some names that have come up for choices to be her vice president are Mark Kelly, Senator of Arizona, Andy Beshear, Governor of Kentucky, Gretchen Whitmer, Governor of Michigan, Josh Shapiro, Governor of Pennsylvania, and Roy Cooper, Governor of North Carolina. These are just some of the people who could give Harris an edge in some key battleground states when it comes time for the primary. She has been endorsed by Bill and Hillary Clinton, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, Maryland Governor Wes Moore, California Governor Gavin Newsom, and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. Some notable Democrats that have not backed Harris are former President Barack Obama, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. At this point, Harris is not the official Democratic nominee. Party members are proposing that there be a mini primary to see if there are any other choices for president. The worldwide tech meltdown hit in the early morning hours last Friday, but its effects have lingered since. The technology outage that affected Windows computer systems had put many companies and services in total disarray. It also grounded flights and knocked banks and hospital systems offline. The massive disruption was caused by a faulty software update from CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity firm that provides software to scores of companies worldwide. The company says the problem occurred when it deployed a bad update to computers running Microsoft Windows. CrowdStrike said the issue was not a security incident or cyber attack. Chaos deepened hours after the problem was first detected until a patch was released. Hundreds of companies rely on CrowdStrike for their security needs, with Windows as their operating system. The consequences of this kind of technical problem have been far-reaching. Experts stress that Friday's disruptions underscore the vulnerability of worldwide dependence on software that comes from only a handful of providers. Evan Gershkovich, a reporter for the Wall Street Journal, has been sentenced to 16 years in a high-security penal colony by a Russian court on charges of espionage. The U.S. has denounced these charges as fabricated. Gershkovich was arrested on March 29, 2023, marking the first time since the end of the Cold War that Russia has charged an overseas reporter with spying. Gershkovich was on a reporting assignment in Yekaterinburg when he was arrested. Russian authorities accused him of gathering information on a defense contractor on behalf of the CIA, but have not provided public evidence to support these claims. The U.S. State Department has declared Gershkovich wrongly detained, committing the government to actively seek his release. The remarkably rapid conclusion of his secretive trial in the country's highly politicized legal system could possibly clear the way for a prisoner swap between Moscow and Washington. Police in New Hampshire are warning consumers about a nationwide scam using gift cards that's targeting thousands of people across the country. According to New Hampshire police detectives, it starts in the retail stores when the suspects will go and remove hundreds of gift cards off the shelves. From there, the cards are mailed to other conspirators who work meticulously to unpackage the gift cards in order to access the information on them. After taking the PIN code and recording the card number, the cards get snuck back onto the shelves to make them look as if they're new and never been touched. Police say the scammers are monitoring the gift cards for when funds are added so they can spend the money in minutes. basically leaving the consumer with a useless gift card. Since December, police said that 5 people had been arrested for their alleged roles in the crime. They have pleaded not guilty and are being held while their cases move through the court system. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security has now launched a task force called Project Red Hook in an effort to combat the scam. Last week, the Center for Disease Control put out an alert for a widespread Listeria outbreak from sliced deli meats that has already killed 2 people and sickened many others. Health officials said there are 2 deaths and 28 reports of illness in 12 states, including Massachusetts. The deaths were in New Jersey and Illinois. According to the CDC, many people affected in the outbreak reported eating sliced meats at deli counters, but there is no information that prepackaged deli meats are causing illness. State and local health officials are interviewing patients about foods they ate in the month before becoming ill. The CDC said, quote, of the 18 people able to be interviewed, 16 reported eating meat sliced at a deli, most commonly deli-sliced turkey, liverwurst, and ham. The meats were sliced at a variety of supermarket and grocery store delis, end quote. Due to this information, the CDC currently believes that meats sliced at the deli are a likely source of this outbreak. The agency added they don't have enough information to say which deli meats are the source of the outbreak, and the CDC is advising people who are pregnant, age 65 or older, or who have weakened immune systems to contact their healthcare provider if they've recently eaten the compromised deli meat. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Take steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome back. The former CVS location at Tedeschi Plaza in Braintree could become the new location for an Aqua Tots swim school. The town's planning board is considering a proposal to open the swim school at 270 Grove Street. Tyler Bradshaw, who owns and operates the Norwood Aqua Tots location, said the hours would likely be similar to the existing school, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with peak times on Saturday, bringing about 40 to 45 cars in and out of the plaza. According to plans submitted to the town, the pool would be 65 feet long and 27 feet wide. The school would have 14 changing rooms, bathrooms, showers, a coffee bar, and 2 viewing areas for parents. Aqua Tots offers 30-minute group, semi-private, and private weekly sessions for children from 4 months to 12 years old who can take lessons. The school is the largest international child swim school chain and has franchise locations across the U.S. as well as in Canada, Mexico, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Last week, the MBTA announced the Red Line Braintree branch service will be suspended for 3 weeks in September. According to the release, the MBTA plans to accelerate major track improvement work on the Red Line's Braintree branch from September 6th through the 29th. The hope is that the MBTA crews will make repairs to 18 miles of track, resulting in the removal of over 20 speed restrictions and improving the round-trip travel time by as much as 24 minutes. The 24-day service suspension means there will be no trains servicing North Quincy, Wollaston, Quincy Center, Quincy Adams, and Braintree. Alternate shuttle bus plans will be finalized and announced soon, according to the agency. The town of Braintree and the Metropolitan Area Planning Council are holding a public workshop to discuss the preliminary vision and recommendations for the Wood Road Revitalization and Mixed-Use Development Initiative. The workshop will be held on July 30th at Cahill Auditorium at 1 JFK Memorial Drive in Braintree. The workshop will bring together key stakeholders, local business owners, community members, and Braintree town officials for an evening of collaborative planning and insightful discussions to help inform the project development plan. For more information on this initiative and how you can contribute, please visit the project webpage at mapc.org/resource-library/Wood Road. The town of Braintree has teamed up with Project Bread to offer free meals to kids and teens this summer. From July 1st through August 16th, free meals are being offered at both Hollis Elementary and Ross Elementary schools. Kids and teens can pick up breakfast between 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. and then lunch is offered between 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. No registration or form of ID is required. This initiative is brought to local communities by the Massachusetts Department of Education, Project Bread, and local school and community meal providers. For more information, you can check out projectbread.org/summereats. The town of Braintree is now using a new system to send emergency and routine alerts to residents. The town is adopting the Civic Plus mass notification system, which residents must sign up for to receive any emergency or routine notifications. Residents can register to receive alerts via phone calls, text, and/or email. Types of messages sent through the notification system include town emergency notifications, town general notifications, the mayor's monthly newsletter, trash and recycling notifications, and water and sewer alerts. To register, visit braintreema.gov/1249/alert notifications, or if you want text only, text Braintree MA to 38276. The summer is upon us and the Nelson Chin Summer Concert Series is in full swing. Beld is sponsoring the free concerts every Tuesday evening at Braintree's Sunset Lake Whalen Gazebo, as well as one concert that's going to take place at Smith Beach. Shows already started on June 25th and usually run from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more information and a list of performers, head to braintreema.myrec.com. If you're unable to attend or want to watch a performance again, head to BCAM TV's public channels, Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28, or go to youtube.com/BCAMTV. Thanks for watching Braintree today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
There is so much going on this summer at the library for everyone. Here are just a few of the upcoming programs to give you an idea. Monday, July 29th at 6:30 p.m., Mocktails and Beach Reads with Wendy Francis. Enjoy a tropical mocktail and talk beach reads with Massachusetts guest author Wendy Francis. Our special guest will share her favorite summertime beach reads, both new and old, including her own latest novel, Feels Like Summer. Please register for the event so we will know how many mocktail glasses we will need. After the program, we will email you the list of books mentioned. Tuesday, July 30th at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., Silent Book Club. Do you miss silent reading time like when we were kids? Silent Book Club is exactly that, a traditional styled book club that's low pressure, social optional, and no homework. You read what you want. It's a book club for those with an already busy calendar or already full to-be-read pile that just need planned time to sit and read. This program is for adults, and this program is just one of 6 book clubs we offer at the library. You can find the others on our website at www.thayerpubliclibrary.org/book-club or our events calendar, which tells you any meeting and special summertime meetings. 10 a.m., story time at the parks. Bring a blanket or a towel for more comfort. You'll be gathered under the shady trees and we'll bring the stories. This kids program will be held on Monday, July 22nd at Sunset Lake, Monday, July 29th at French's Common, and Monday, August 19th at Lincoln Park. Summer reading continues. This is for everyone and it's not too late to get in on the prizes. Prizes for Thayer Public Library's summer reading program are sponsored in part by Papa Gino's on Grove Street, Uno's Chicago Grill on Granite Street, Squishable in South Shore Plaza, and Altitude Trampoline Park in Avon. You can still sign up through mid-August. Kids, teens, and adults are invited to participate. Submit your summer reading reviews through the Beanstack app or on paper at the circulation desk, children's desk, or reference desks to be entered for weekly prizes as well as the grand prize. The Beanstack app allows our community the flexibility to participate in person, online, or a combination of both. One cool thing about the Beanstack app is that you can track your reading throughout the year as well. It's like an alternative to Goodreads. And if we do another reading challenge, you'll be notified. And don't forget to stop into the library to see what's on the community reading board to see what the community is reading. And that's it for today. If you're looking for me at the library, I run the Science Fiction Fantasy Book Club and the Brown Bag Book Club. You can also find me online with the rest of the library on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube for 60-second recs, a weekly video in which I pitch a book to you in 60 seconds or thereabouts. You can find more at thayerpubliclibrary.org/events.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. While the migrant crisis stretches the state's network of emergency shelters to capacity, a temporary shelter in Quincy is asking families to leave, according to Quincy city officials and police. The temporary shelter and family welcome center at Eastern Nazarene College has been depositing homeless families, some against their will, at the Wollaston MBTA station. Police responded to calls from service providers at ENC asking for assistance with people refusing to leave the shelter. The standoff between guests and service providers has led to multiple calls and one arrest after someone threw a brick when asked to leave. No one was injured. This isn't the first time police have been asked to remove individuals from the shelter, but police do not have the legal authority to evict people from a shelter that has invited them in. Quincy Police Chief Mark Kennedy said with the emergency shelter system at capacity and overflow sites filling up, there is no longer anywhere for the families to go. Instead, service providers at ENC have provided them with a Charlie card and a van ride to the Wollaston T station. More on the migrant shelter crisis. The crisis is only growing after migrants staying at Boston's Logan Airport were forced to leave. Now, families are being sent straight to emergency shelters like ENC in Quincy and the new Norfolk facility at the Old Bay State Correctional Center. Last week, dozens of people were found being dropped off by bus to the Wollaston MBTA stop in Quincy. Many of the families were reportedly spending their days at the nearby Quincy Welcome Center, but the center closes early in the evening, leaving the families with nowhere to go. Video shows a Quincy Welcome Center van dropping dozens of people off, including children. During the week, Gladys Vega and her nonprofit La Colaborativa went to the train station to pick up families and give them a place to sleep. Vega said in a statement to WBZ, quote, "I think we need to understand we have a huge humanitarian crisis," end quote. On another note, several beaches across Massachusetts have been closed due to high bacteria levels detected in the water. Luckily for those on the South Shore, there are still many beaches you can visit. In Braintree, Sunset Lake is open, but Smith Beach is closed due to increased bacteria levels. In Weymouth, both the George E. Lane and Wessagusset beaches are open, and in Quincy, all beaches are open and safe to swim in except the Brody Baker Beach, which is closed due to excess bacteria. The Department of Health said that if a beach is closed, people are advised not to swim or enter the water at that location to avoid the risk of illness. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health updates the list of closed beaches every day at 9:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. during beach season. The famous radio voice of the Red Sox for over 40 years, Joe Castiglione, was enshrined in the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York over the weekend. Castiglione was honored with the 2024 Ford C. Frick Award, which is presented annually by the Hall of Fame for excellence in baseball broadcasting. The 75-year-old spent 43 years calling big league baseball games, including the last 40 as the Red Sox leading radio voice. In 1983, Castiglione joined the Red Sox broadcast team and has been with the organization ever since. Last July, the Red Sox honored his 4 decades in the radio booth with an on-field ceremony at Fenway Park. Castiglione's 40 seasons on Red Sox radio marks the longest tenure of any Boston broadcaster on radio or television. The streaming giant Netflix is planning their latest documentary, and it's pretty close to home. Netflix is working on a 3-part documentary which will focus on the death of Boston's police officer John O'Keefe and his then-girlfriend Karen Reed. The case has already received unprecedented national and international attention, which prompted hundreds of onlookers to gather outside the Dedham courthouse during the trial and deliberations. Netflix said on its website, quote, "The ongoing case has inspired plenty of conversation, and the as-yet untitled documentary series will explore what happened in the days leading up to O'Keefe's death. It is currently in production with Sandpaper Films with co-directors Danielle Johnson and Rob Miller," end quote. The documentary production comes as prosecutors say they plan to retry Reed for the death of O'Keefe. Reed's 2-month trial ended after jurors declared they were hopelessly deadlocked and the judge declared a mistrial on the 5th day of deliberations. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
James. He was surprised to find out that he has elevated blood pressure, which could turn into high blood pressure. So he talked with his doctor about a healthy path to get his numbers down. He quit smoking, which makes a big difference for his overall heart health. He also cut down on salt by watching out for high sodium on food labels and added a 30-minute walk 5 days a week to his routine. These healthy steps weren't easy, but lowering his blood pressure was worth it. Learn more about his healthy path.
Welcome back to Braintree today. This week in entertainment, we have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch. First, Land of the Bad follows a rookie officer who refuses to leave a Delta team after they're ambushed in enemy territory. Their only hope lies with an Air Force drone pilot as the eyes in the sky during a brutal 48-hour battle for survival. The film stars Russell Crowe and Liam Hemsworth. You can watch Land of the Bad now on Netflix. Next, Love Lies Bleeding follows Lou, a reclusive gym manager who falls hard for Jackie, an ambitious bodybuilder who's heading to Las Vegas to pursue her dream. Their love soon leads to violence as they get pulled deep into the web of Lou's criminal family. The film stars Katie M. O'Brien and Kristen Stewart. You can watch Love Lies Bleeding now on Hulu. Finally, Find Me Falling follows a rock star who, after a failed comeback album, retreats to a cliffside home in Cyprus, only to find his new life complicated by visitors and an old flame. The film stars Harry Connick Jr. and Agnes Scott. You can watch Find Me Fallen now on Netflix. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.